30, and in honor of the late member for Emurua Dikir constituency, the Honorable Johanna Ngeno, CBS MP, and the other 5 distinguished Kenyans who lost their lives alongside him through a tragic helicopter accident on Saturday, 28 February 2026. This House resolves that 1, not to hold a morning sitting on Wednesday, 4th March 2026, so as to accord the House the opportunity to attend the Requiem service for the departed distinguished Kenyans, and 2, to resume sittings on the afternoon of Wednesday, 4th March 2026. Honorable Speaker, this is just a procedural motion as you have just communicated in your communication to allow members to attend the Requiem service tomorrow at AGC Karen, as you have communicated, Honorable Speaker, in your communication, beginning 9, or rather we are all expected to be seated at the service in church at 8:30 so that the service can begin at 9. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, it will not be possible for us to be able to split ourselves, some to be at the service and others to be sitting here. And the House Business Committee resolved that we have this procedural motion not to have a sitting in the morning and to resume at 2:30 after the Requiem service, so that we may have time to pray with the family and also to eulogize our departed colleague and the other 5 passengers of that ill-fated chopper. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move. And as I move, Honorable Speaker, just in the interest of time, because I am almost certain you will allow the House some time to send our condolences. Allow me to use this opportunity to convey my very deep condolences to the family of Johanna Ngeno, the wife, the children, and his entire family in Emurua Dikir, and also the family, as you indicated.
Are you signing away your right to speak after this motion?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I thought I could do that now.
Yes.
Honorable Speaker, I was saying, as you have also indicated, our colleague Ntutu, Kitilai, and the entire Ntutu family, who are in-laws to Honorable Ngeno, to convey on my own behalf, on behalf of my family and the people of Kikuyu, and indeed the entire House, Honorable Speaker, our very deep condolences to Honorable Ngeno's family and the families of the other departed passengers who are with him, including Captain Were. Honorable Speaker, Captain Were is someone I knew very well, and I've flown with him. And Honorable Speaker, even yourself, you remember, only a week ago, the other weekend, I was somewhere with you, and you flew back, you flew from where we were to Western Kenya with Captain Were. And Captain Were was a very experienced captain, someone who served in armed forces, left the armed forces and get into civilian aviation, and has done very well in his career, and was a very careful and dedicated officer in his service as a captain. Honorable Speaker, one of the other gentlemen, the teacher Carlos, who is fondly referred to as Mwalimu Carlos, his name is Keter. I knew Mwalimu Carlos in 2016, 2017. Honorable Speaker, I was together with the Senate Leader of Majority in the 2017 campaigns. We were designated by the then president to go and campaign in Narok County. And I spent a lot of time in Emurua Dikir. And Carlos is a gentleman because he was a campaign manager for the man who was running against Johanna Ngeno, who was organizing all our rallies in Emurua Dikir, wherever we went there. And we put up a spirited campaign, but Johanna Ngeno put a very strong defense. And even with the Jubilee wave in 2017, Johanna Ngeno on a canoe ticket trounced us, and we lost that election. And I'm saying this, Honorable Speaker, because Carlos was the one who was running the campaign of the other Keter who was running against Johanna in 2017. And as fate would have it, years later, Carlos made up with Johanna, and that speaks to the person that Johanna Ngeno was. He held no grudges against anybody. They made up, and in fact, Honorable Speaker, I dare say that Carlos was recently recruited by TSC, and the Member of Parliament for Emurua Dikir, Honorable Johanna Ngeno, had a big hand in helping him to get recruited by TSC as a teacher. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, I am speaking of people I know in person, the Honorable Ngeno, Captain Were, Mwalimu Carlos, Keter, fine gentlemen whom we have lost. And it's indeed very sad for all the families. And I convey my condolences to all of them, all the 6 families who have lost loved ones. Honorable Speaker, Johanna Ngeno, as I said, we campaigned against him in 2017. And I remember, and I was sharing with at his home yesterday, when he came back to this house in 2017, after the 2017 elections, we were friends because we joined this house together in 2013 and we continued with our friendship. And I remember challenging him and telling him, the only reason why I campaigned against you were 2 reasons. 1, because you are still single. 2, and you have the energy to fight. 2, because you are on another party against Jubilee.
Order. The member, is it from Isiolo? Walk to the bar and do what